Always treat every penny like it counts. Because every penny that you are investing, it's your hard-earned money. Don't invest into anything which you don't like. What people fail to realize is fund management is not just about where to invest. It's also about when to invest and when to exit.
Hey cadets, Captain Crypto here with Altcoin Buzz. I'm a huge fan of this channel, and today I'm actually going to be interviewing a hedge fund manager, a crypto hedge fund manager. His name is Mohak, and he's actually done extremely well. But I don't want to just talk about his success. I want to talk more about education and his story and how he got started. So let's jump on in.
Sure. Hello guys, I'm Mohak Agarwal. I come from a technology background by education and switched over to finance by choice. My dad used to be a stockbroker in Indian stock market, and I'm talking about the time when the Indian stock market was in its infancies, which is very similar to the crypto market, the global crypto market right now. So there were no regulations, people were investing into the hype and similar stuff, right? So I used to hear all these stories since my childhood from my dad about investing. I had a knack of investing since my childhood, so started investing with my pocket money and my internship money from my dad's account. So that's where I learned value investing, right?
Did you study a lot? Did you read, or did you just kind of jump in?
No. So I read at least, I think, 7 or 8 books on investing, risk management, hedging strategies. So, and then I helped multiple hedge funds into risk management strategies and hedging strategies using options.
These are options that you created on your own, right? You kind of created your own strategy after reading the books?
Yeah, after reading those books, I read those strategies, tried to apply it with my own money, and then created my own models. And then we tested it with the other hedge funds. It kind of worked very well.
What was your first reaction when you figured out that it worked?
Yeah, I was like, let's do it. I mean, I should. Then when I saw it that it's working, then why not do it like professionally? Then so I started investing into ICOs from like about 2 years back, and since then I have invested into multiple great ICOs, right? So then we recently got our fund registered out of Hong Kong.
So you got a fundraising. You got a fund that's created in Hong Kong already.
Yeah. It's a crypto hedge fund. Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So let's jump in. So first question: why did you choose to become a crypto hedge fund manager instead of raising your own ICO?
That's a very interesting question. I mean, I like to do things when I'm ready to execute them. I mean, I have a couple of ideas for ICOs, but until the point I'm ready to execute them, I'm not gonna do an ICO, right? And in the fund management space, I saw there was a need. There were a couple of friends of mine who were investing into ICOs without even doing any research. There were some friends of mine who invest into some scams like BitConnect and with some other fund managers where they were like that they didn't even know what that fund manager was doing. Then I saw that there is a real need of people. Because if I talk about the people who is coming from traditional finance sector, so this market is very different from that at this stage, right? And I think that's gonna be for a longer term. So when I see lots of traders jumping into this market, right? I don't see an advantage to trade on cryptos versus stocks when these people come over here. They have made like what 16% return a month, or maybe beating Nasdaq by 8%, and like they're doing parties for that. So why even come to crypto space at all when you can, if you are coming for volatility, you can always choose a high beta stock there itself, right? If you're coming here, then come with some specific goal, right?
All right, so let's get to the meat of the conversation. What we really want to know is, what projects are you invested in? What are your top 5 ICOs?
Zelica,
okay,
Tomochain, OneChain, Icon, QuarkChain,
QuarkChain,
Syndicator, Holo.
All right, so how did you do on those? You did pretty well?
Yeah. I think, Zelica we made more than 5,000%. Yeah, and Icon about 7,000%. I mean, at the peak it did more than 100,000%, but we exited at 7,000%. I mean, we never exit from a position completely, but we booked partial profit at 7,000%.
So can I invest with you? Oh, that's a question for later. Oh
Maybe,
man,
yeah,
that's
we
a
talk
lot.
afterwards.
That's a big return. So what about projects that everybody else is investing in, but you said no?
I mean, there were actually there were three projects where everyone was investing in, but we kind of passed on them. One was DAO Stack, where even lots of hedge fund manager friends of mine was like investing crazily.
Yeah.
But we passed upon them. So it's not like I don't like those projects. I can't talk much. I have 5-page research. If you want, I'll share it with you.
Okay.
But the thing was, these three projects had one thing in common: DAO Stack, One Ledger, autonomy. They didn't have any lockups.
Okay, so what does that mean for the audience?
So that means when you're investing in private sale stage, you are buying here. When you are investing in crowd sale stage, you are buying here, right, at this price. So private sale people are getting at much lower price, like we are those ones. But then if private sale tokens are not locked, then at the time when the token gets unlocked, they're gonna sell everything that they have, right?
So
and these people, they will suffer a lot.
So the public will suffer,
Public
the
will
private will gain because
actually sometimes even private suffer. So what happens is, when a project has a lockup of, let's say, 6 months for everyone, then after 6 months you are just fed up with the wait time, and then after 6 months you decide to exit from the project. And at that time you just don't care about the price anymore. You lost confidence in that project, and you are allowed to sell all your tokens without the lockups. Then so we don't like those projects which doesn't have any lockups for the early investors.
So lockups for early investors is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a lot of really good information. So how do you tell the difference between a zero and a hero ICO? What do you look for?
Yeah, there's a whole 47 metric scoring that we use.
That's very specific. 47, not 50, not 42.
Yeah, it's 47, and it's proprietary. I can't talk fully about it, but I can discuss the main points.
Okay.
So the main thing that I look in any project is the team. And when I talk about team, it's not the whole team. It's primarily the founders. Yeah, because when you look at the team which has like 20 people, 25 people on board, then after the ICO is over, you won't even find like people there. You'll see a lot of new faces after the ICO. Those people are there just till the ICO. So
you're saying that the team, so just the founders, co-founders, advisors,
yeah,
and the rest of the team that we see on the page, they're usually gone after the ICO.
In most of the projects, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's really important.
Yeah.
Guys.
So when I look at the founders, I also see if they actually had a failure before or not. When I look at the founder, and it's like the first startup of that founder. So, and when they raise $20 million, then it becomes very difficult for them to handle that kind of pressure, right? So I look at the experience, and then the other thing was, after founder, we look at the advisors. So when I talk about advisors, I'm not talking about the people who are advising like 50 or 100 projects. They are like the ones you see at the top in the ICO rating websites, right? I'm talking about the people who are industry experts or have done their ICO well, or like the CEOs of other ICOs who can help in the whole strategy part of it, can help in bringing new business partnerships, right? And that comes to the third point, which is the business partnership. So when you are at a stage when you don't even have money, you just have a white paper, and you are able to do business partnerships, that shows the competency of the founders, that they have the competency to bring those partnerships in the future as well, right?
Interesting. So you're looking for people with a lot of business partners, or you just look what kind of business partners?
So for example, if you're doing a project in infrastructure space,
yeah.
So having advisors who are building other infrastructure projects, and so I see a lot of projects who bring their competitors as partners. I like those people a lot.
Okay.
Right. So and after partnerships, I would say the utility, the token utility.
Okay, token utility. Yep. So what is that? Yeah. What is that composed of? I know there's many definitions, but what is your definition of token utility?
So when I talk about token utility, I am saying about both things. One is the technological utility of the token, and other is business utility of the token. So always look at when you are investing into an ICO, always look at the tokens which has a long-term fundamental, and their utilities are like very tightly coupled with the company, in the sense that if there is no token, then the company can't survive.
So the token is vital to the company, and you have to make sure that they are together.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So what else do you look for? And do you consider hype one of those 47? Or?
Yeah, we do consider hype, but that's like the least important metric for us.
Really? Because most people, that's the highest metric. You know, because I'm always hype. It's like hype, throw it in. So hype is like the least. So it goes founders, and then you have.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, I mean, when we invest into the project, we actually like those projects which has the least hype all around.
Interesting.
When I talked about our 7 ICOs, Zilliqa, when we invested in Zilliqa, it has like no hype. When we invested in Tomo Chain, I mean, that project was like, I think they had like 100 or 200 members in their Telegram. Literally no hype. When we invested in Holo, there's no hype. So in order to make returns into any asset class, you will make returns only till the point you are ahead of the crowd, right? So I mean, and the market dynamics are changing so fast that once you are with the crowd, you're not gonna make any money. So look at from that perspective. If everyone is super hyped about a project, and everyone wants to invest in right now, and everyone is able to get allocation, you are with the crowd. Right. So in order to win the game, and in order to make the returns, most returns in this space, you would always have to look at the space very differently. Like the things which no one is looking at. Everyone has access to the data, but what matters is who can analyze that data best, right? It's all about perspective.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he has 47 metric, systems. He has this whole thing figured out. Why don't you just sell it for money? I'm sure people would buy it.
Yeah, I get lots of requests every day from people who just want to buy our research, right? And they are ready to pay heavy sum for it. What people fail to realize is fund management is not just about where to invest. It's also about when to invest and when to exit, right? So even if I give my research to people, they will invest into the best projects so far, using our research, but still they won't be able to make the returns that we have made because of the fact that they don't know when to exit and when to enter, right? For example, sometimes what happens is I like a project a lot, right, but I don't want to invest during the private sale stage. We want to invest at a stage when it gets dumped on the exchange, when we are expecting it to dump.
So you do buy in on projects, you invest in other projects outside of ICOs?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so could you maybe tell us a little bit about what you invest in or what you look for?
Yeah, okay. Recently, we invested in one project called Loki. So we had the chance to invest at the private sale stage. We just didn't. And after it got listed on exchange, that time it seemed a better option. We got at a much lower price.
Interesting. How do you feel about platform tokens or exchange tokens?
Yeah, so for any exchange to survive or to go big, what matters is adoption. I mean, one year back, no one ever expected that Binance can do this well. I mean, till last year, Bittrex was the only exchange which was like one of the top ones, and Binance was used to be like the smallest ones.
Right, Bittrex is gone now. I don't know, and Binance is up there. Yeah, I use that too.
Yeah. So that's what happens with any exchange. So I see lots of ICOs coming for exchange, but it's not so easy just to run an exchange. You need licenses, you need partnerships, you need market makers. So look for the exchange where the founders have lots and lots of experience in the traditional financial space.
Let's talk about success rate. Because as a hedge fund manager, sometimes you don't always hit, you don't always do well, you don't always make great returns. What is your overall success rate?
I do get lots of people ask me this question, but I don't think you're gonna believe if I say the answer.
Try me.
It's 97%.
Wait, what? Hold on, stop the camera. Wait. You have a success rate of 97%?
Yeah.
So you're saying that if I invested, or you invested, into 10 projects,
Yeah.
9 of them gave you great
Exactly.
returns.
Exactly.
If it was 100 projects, 97 of them gave you good returns?
Exactly. So I'll tell you why that happens. I look at a lot of fund managers who just under the hood of diversification, lots of time do over diversification. They just invest into any project that is coming like 1% of their asset. But what matters is how much you like that project. So we don't invest until our 44 parameters are set. Right?
44 out of 47.
Yeah. And even if that's gonna take like 4 months for one project, we are fine with it. When the right project comes, we are only gonna invest only at that time. And when we invest heavily into that project.
So you just choose the best one, even if it takes 4 months. Patience, due diligence.
Patience, you just nailed it, man. Patience is the key to successful investing.
Jeez, 97%. That's a lot. So if people out there, you guys have questions for him, how do we keep in touch or how do we contact you?
The best way is to just comment on this video itself, and I'll be happy to answer all the questions.
You're gonna have a lot of questions, my friend.
I have a team to handle that. No problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anything else you'd like to tell our audience before we sign off? Any final words of advice? Day-to-day things, little tricks, tips?
One piece of advice that I would give to anybody who haven't entered this space yet is, even if you don't like cryptocurrencies, just maybe buy one coin of anything and try to see it, try to learn it. It's a new space. You may not like it, but at least you won't regret it later that I didn't even got to know about it at the early stage. Just maybe buy one coin when you go home today, send it to your friends, send it to your family. That's how even Bitcoin started 10 years back.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, if you put your own money into it, you're obviously going to research it, right? It's because it's your own money. So.
Exactly. Yeah, that's another advice that I would give. So sometimes what happens is, if let's say you are investing 100,000 into a project, you do your proper research. But when you are investing just maybe $1,000, you think that I can invest into anything. Treat every penny exactly like that 100,000 or maybe $1 million. Every penny counts, because every penny that you are investing, it's your hard-earned money. Don't invest into anything which you don't like just for the sake of hype. Always treat every penny like it counts.
Okay, last question here, just personally, what is the biggest thing that stresses you out about being a crypto hedge fund manager? Because if I were you dealing with millions of dollars, dude, no way, like I'm stressed out.
Yeah, currently it's a 24-hour market, and the market dynamics change here so fast that the moment you think that strategy is perfect, I mean, then you find out it's not. Then you have to keep working it. And there was a time when you just invest into Bitcoin or Ethereum, go holiday into Maldives, and then come back, and even then you are rich. That time is gone. Now you have to work your way out of it. Only then you can make money in this market.
And you've made money in a bear market, right?
Oh yeah. So this year we invested into Tomo Chain and Holo, which gave us like 1,000% each in the bear market.
Okay, well, it was very great to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you for
I
inviting.
look forward to. I'm going to follow you. We can talk about investing all day.
Sure.
But guys, check it out. Altcoin Buzz has a lot of other videos. So this is Captain Crypto. Hope you guys learned something good.